If you can, lay down. Lay down and imagine the sunlight is tickling your face, gently caressing you with the light beams. Filling up our pores with warmth and light. Let us expand that feeling through our whole body, from our face. Sunlight gently moves to the throat, warming it, maybe tickling it, and then down to the shoulders, warming your shoulders, easing the stress of life, the day, of our worries, with the loving, warming touch. And extending that out through our arms, all the way to our hands and our fingers. And let's open our palms. And maybe we can feel the sun in our hands. Feel the energy, like little balls curled in our hands, rippling through, back up our arms and into our chest. And filling our chest with this beautiful, warming energy. Expansive, opening our chest out. Let us feel how we suddenly can breathe in way deeper. So let's take that deep breath in. Let's expand that through our lungs. Fully expand in our chest. Let us feel that space. And then tap into the opposite. That's it. Let's squeeze the breath out, out, and feel the contraction, the difference between both, and how that feels in our body, how that resonates in our system. Movement of expansion with our breath in, and contraction with our breath out. Can we ease that contraction with intention? Let's play with it. Let's take another deep breath in and expand our chest. Expand the energy of our heart. Tap into that love Expand it through our whole body. Expand that love for ourselves down into the belly, anchoring it. Let's hold it there for a second. And then breathe it out, contracting it, channeling it, focusing it, and sending it outwards, up through our spine and out through our mouth with intention. Focus that love on someone who needs it. And if it's yourself, if you feel like we are the ones that need it, let's send it then back to ourselves. Send it inwards through our navel. And hold it there. Expand it there. And trust that it's safe there. That we are safe for the love. To hold the love. To share the love. With all the doubts arising, if we can be guardians of the love, if we're worthy of the love, fearing that it's not strong enough, let's ask for support. Ask for support from our guardians, guardians from the light, or the angels. Let's call them in. Call them in with a little prayer of love. And ask them to support us in this, helping us to release our doubts and our worries that are threading through our lives, our daily lives, in our connections, whenever and wherever we question our ability to love fully, without restriction, without conditioning. Maybe conditioning we attach to a lot of conditions. And let's ask ourselves, Is that really the way we want to love? And maybe the answer is yes. And if the answer is yes, we don't judge that answer. We allow it for this moment. And we thank the system for showing up that way and showing us our belief, that we might be rooted in our conditioning, believing love has to be conditional. I can only be loved if. And what is the word? What is the experience that we felt in there? I can only be loved if. I can only be loved if I'm good enough. I can only be loved if I'm desirable. I can only be loved if I'm strong, if I'm powerful. I can only be loved if I show up. I can only be loved if I'm smart, or if I'm beautiful. Whatever it is that arises, let us remind ourselves that we are safe in acknowledging that and looking at it. And finally seeing through all the layers, through everything that's beneath, that's affecting us in a day to day without us even knowing. Let's feel into our bodies. Where does the tightness sit? Where is that belief anchored? Is it in our chest, in our belly, maybe in the back of our head, maybe in the back, in our lower back, in our hips, or in our feet? Sense into where our bodies feel tighter, feel more uncomfortable. And let's connect back to the sun. Call upon the beautiful warming energy. Breathe it in. And bring that expansion into that area of bodies that feels tight, that is prickly, that maybe hurts you. And breathe it in there. Expand it with that beautiful energy of the sun in that area. And again, call upon the guardians of the light, upon the angels, our angels, to help us bring relief in these spots, in these dense areas. Help us release the attachments they hold, we believe, the condition, allow. Let's sit with that. Let's allow them to work to clear that space, to make room and shake up the dust. Abaikan kobiato que tu ia kamaio ibiato e elovia e uiara o iaka que elodia o viara que muniara o ku 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 iaka de aro ia oe oeiu karorai e haruru. Let's allow ourselves to absorb this prayer and song. Let's allow ourselves to let it shift our love how we experience love, how we carry love. Now let's us feel back into that tight spots, in the tight areas, in the spaces where we feel restricted. Does it feel same? Does it carry the same energy? And before, if you voice word love, and we feel the shift. Maybe we don't even remember how it felt before. So let's thank our angels and our guardians of the light to work with us today. Thank them for their work, for their support. Thank you. And let us feel into the texture of the blessing. As they leave a field, let's feel back into ourselves. Bringing down again the energy of the sun, the warmth into our body and into a core. Expand it all the way into a core. And out through our hips. Feel the warmth moving along your legs, our knees, and into our feet. Feel how with another breath of this warming, loving sun energy, how it arrives in our feet, how they're warm, how they're warming up. Like when we walk on the beach, on the warm sand in summer, not the hot one, the warm one, and how that energy ripples back up through our feet, through our legs, through our hips, into our core, and into our chest, and outwards into our arms and hands, and into our head, closing the cycle, the circle, as we feel the warmth of the sun in our faces. Feeling that exchange, how we're filled up with loving light and warmth from down below, through the earth, and from up above, through the sunlight. How even on gray days, it ripples through the clouds, still reaches us, making us strong. The sun on the full blue sky, it's still there. I just appreciate that. The knowledge, love is always there. Always accessible, always there for us, and free. And that we can expand it within us, through us, and send it out even with contraction. It will make it more focused to wherever it needs to go. Let us feel grateful for that. Let's bring that grace and gratefulness into our solar plexus, where our own sun lies. And let's tune up that frequency. Make it as bright as we want right now. And remember that we are protected from the inside out, quiet as light. And that it can burn anything that we don't need. You just have to tune into that frequency. Let us remember that it can warm anything, even the coldest spots. Melt the ice and bring back life. Again, all we have to do is tune up the frequency with intention, to do so. And that's it. With that knowledge, let us go forward. Forward into our days, into our lives. Full of this light, the light that we are, the light that you are, light that I am. So that I can ripple through all that we touch. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you.